Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Arknights Rise from Ember episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode yeah, we were on the way to go and confront Tallulah, and on the way we met Patriots people who also have this whole they want to take revenge, not revenge, but they want to stop Tallulah as well. So they are also like going towards the whole thing, and there was like the big wall in front of them which they were planning on breaking down, and in the end Rosmonthis went out of control for a moment, and she literally wiped out a whole portion of the wall. In the end, Amia was able to calm her down, and she was again almost like just going out of the whole thing because of her like, because if she uses her power a lot of more amount of times, she kind of relapses. So that was happening. Amiya helped her out, and stabilized her. Right, and that's where it ended. So I guess today we will be going inside and trying to stop and be confronting Tallulah. Let's see what happens. Also, Doctor and Kelshi's group are separately there on a separate mission, so maybe we'll see them a little bit more as well. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What this is like something from her past? Right. Hmm. Right. City. Hmm. Hmm. Alina. Patrol unit. Oh boy. Oh my god. Yeah, what will that baton do? You idiot? Well, yeah, if we just kill you over here, then nobody will be able to go and say anything. You know. Good lord. Psh. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we should have taken those two out. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Hmm. Right. Oh. Ugh. Oh boy. Here we go. There you go. And yeah, well, yeah, it's not normal, the fire. Infected? Yeah. Oh boy. Before that, grandpa went and did that. Damn. Hmm. Took pity on his boy. Little sisters. Chen? Does he have? Oh boy. Yeah, he's like, I'm fine dying, but you will become me. Crazy. He's like, yeah, I know you will become me. Hmm. Okay, so this is happening after that. All right. Yeah, she's infected as well. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, but wait, is this where she meets Patriot? Oh no, wait, never mind. Hmm. Hmm. Well, so this is how reunion starts, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Aegis. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, here we go. So this is. Yep, there you go. Mm. Oh, yep, here we go. Hmm. Okay. Well, I do wonder where it goes all wrong. Well, because obviously it will go wrong very soon. I'm assuming it probably has something to do with Alina, and maybe like she'll die or something. And because like we've seen the current reunion, I've not seen her at all. So the fact that she's missing will probably, I guess that's probably where everything will go wrong. Like you know something will happen over there which will completely change Talula, and her movement will become more extreme. Okay. And yeah, that was episode number 6. Now, today's episode was a little bit of the past of Talula. And at first, I was trying to understand exactly when this is happening, like at which part of the timeline. And then when we saw Koshche, right? That was his name. Him and, like Talula killing him, and, then we saw that. I was like, okay, so it makes sense now when exactly this is happening. Because in my head, I was like at first I was kind of confused. I was like, what's going on? Why is she living with like these guys? Like, who are they even? Like, as far as my memory went, I was under the impression that Talula lived with, was taken by Koshche, you know, and obviously Chen and Talula was separated back then. And then Koshche, like, he made her his successor, and then she took over everything. That's how it went. So I was like, when is this happening? Like, she seems quite old over here. She's not a kid here, so this is happening after she got taken. So when? But then, like, like they kind of gave us like an kind of made us understand when this was going on. So this is going on after Talula took out Koshche, and then she was on the run, and that's when these guys found her and helped her out. And then after all of that, after the village got set into flames, Talula and Alina, right? That was her name? Yeah, something like that. Both of them were able to get away from there, and together they decided to make, like the reunion movement, and all these people they started recruiting and everything. So that's when this is going on. Now, obviously, like I said, we know like the current state of reunion, how it is. So surely somewhere down the line, things are going to start going in the wrong direction. It still hasn't started going, it still is pretty normal, but definitely a time will come when things will start going in the wrong direction. And I'm assuming it has probably has to do with something with that girl Alina, or something. That was, what was her name? It will probably have something to do with her, because of the fact, obviously, we don't see her now in present. Something must have happened to her, which will probably change Talula's whole, like, thing. Either way, let's wait and see. Next episode, let's see if they continue with this, or we move back to the present. Let's wait and see. Either way, this episode gave us a better understanding of Talula's situation, and, like her whole thing. I was wondering when they will be meeting, Patriot and the Frost Nova and all of them. And yeah, there you go. We got to saw them here. Patriot, I'm guessing she'll probably meet them later. The fact that she has already made contact with the Yetis, I'm assuming we'll probably get to see Patriot later on, and the other characters as well who are part of the whole group. Like Mephisto and all of them. I guess she'll probably meet them as well, probably help them out, and, like that's how the group will increase. But yeah, like I was wondering when they, like she met Frost Nova, because Frost Nova talked about her quite a bit in that episode, in that little section where, like Amiya was being confronted by Patriot. That scene where we heard Frost Nova talking with Patriot about, which I kind of misunderstood. I didn't really realize that they were talking about actually Talula. I thought they were talking about Amiya. That's why I was like, wait, what's going on? Why? How are they talking about Amiya? But, it was clarified to me in the comments that that was actually like the past where Frost Nova talked to Patriot about Talula and putting their faith on her, you know. And Patriot is remembering that because he's putting Amiya in Talula's position now. So, like that, because of that. So that's why at that moment he was remembering that. So from that line, obviously, like we got to know that how much Frost Nova, Patriot, how much they believed in Talula, and how much they, like put all the everything, in her hands, and, decide to help her out and or do all of that. Right. So, you know, we can see that here. Like, after the little battle that they had, Talula and Frost Nova shook hands, and Talula was like, let's make a place where all the reunion and all the infected can live normally. Now, um, one thing, obviously, like as you can see, the whole thing with Koshche, he says, as you can see, he kind of tells her that, oh, you will become like me, because I I know, like, even if you have all these lofty dreams now and everything, I know what, like, I have implanted in you that is going to grow. And at the end, you will become me. You will reach my stage. And I'm fine putting down my life for that. Like, it's completely fine. Because you can see, he knew that she was going to kill him. He knew that. But he was like, it's fine. It's okay. You can kill me. It doesn't matter. All I want is for you to become like me. You will become like me, and you will continue my work. Like, so I'm completely fine. If I have to die for that, it doesn't matter. And yeah, and he said a lot of things which kind of like, I guess that's literally what happened little by little. He said that, first of all, he says, you and I are cut off from the same cloth. And then he said, like, like something about everyone betraying her, and little by little you lose all, like, allies and everything, and you will become like me. All of that. Here we go. Talula, remember this. Your end is me. Crazy line. He's like, yeah, you will become me, and that'll be your end. And for that, I'm okay. Even if I die, it's fine. I know you will become me, and you will continue whatever I'm doing. Right. Yeah, so there you go. Now, another thing, as we can see, that when Talula makes the decision to make like an organization, like, the reunion movement, as she says, and she's like, I want to make a place where the infected will be able to live, normally. She actually says a very interesting, like, her plan was very, what can I say? It was pretty interesting, because as she said, that if we make a place for the infected to come back to, then all the others, like, won't be able to just dismiss us like that, because we will have a place to be, and if we are strong, if we are able to defend ourselves, like, we will actually establish something that nobody else will be able to just put a blind eye towards. Because, like, why do they get harassed like this? Because they, obviously, like, they are all like scattered. They do not have like one singular place to come back to. They're like vagabonds. There's nobody leading them or anything. So if, like, they make an actual organization of the infected, where they will have like a leader, like a proper, like, like a thing, like a structure, then everyone else, they won't be able to turn a blind eye to them. They won't be able to take them out in that way. So they will gain power. Like unity is power. So that's what Talula decided to do, and that is actually a very good plan, because if you think about it, like, yeah, how do you even help the infected? Because everyone else will, they'll try to take out the infected and everything. We know, we've been seeing what's going on. This is the first step. To help them out, we have to make sure that they have a place to come back to. They have a place that they belong. They have a leader, a proper structure. So all these things. But it is also a very slippery slope. Because as long as the person who's leading them, Talula in this case, as long as that person is able to stand strong, and have a clear goal and know what they're doing, I think they can, like, the reunion, everything will go smoothly. But if something happens to skewer the perception of the leader, the way the leader looks at everything, the people who are the union members that are here, we have to remember they have always been like, uh, what's that word? They've always been treated badly, so they have that thing within them where they hate everyone, like who have treated them like that. That's why I'm saying it's a very slippery slope. Like, like if you bring them together, a lot of them won't be able to forget those days where they were mistreated. A lot of people here, definitely they lost maybe a lot of family, a lot of loved ones, and they have that grudge within them, you know so bringing all of them together is like you're literally collecting a group of people who has so much hatred towards the others, that like that's why I'm saying, like, like the leader needs to be someone who is very, like, like strong mentally, physically. If not, then things won't go well. Things are going to go in a very bad direction, you know and like I said, I don't know what happens to Talul after this. Something definitely will happen which will probably make her, you know change her whole thing, like persona. And I'm guessing that will probably be related to that girl, Talula's friend, uh, Alina, right? Yeah. um but yeah, it is a very slippery slope. And like, you have to be very careful. Like, it's all well and good that, like, they're giving a place for the infected and everything, but we have to remember that all of them, they hate everyone else because of the treatment that they have gotten, the mistreatment they have been subjected to up until now. So one wrong step, things are going to go in a very bad direction, and that's what has happened now, you know as we see the current reunion. Yeah. um right. But anyways, this was like a little bit of a flashback, as we see, for Talula and the reunion, how they were created. Right, in the end we ended up enlisting the help of the Yetis. And right, their group is getting more stronger and stronger. So yeah, there you go. That's what happened here. Okay. Yeah, and there you go. That was it. That was today's episode. Um, right. Is there anything else to discuss? No, that's it. Um, oh wait, just a minute. Let me. You know what? Let me check the names. If I know someone here, the list that they gave. Uh, the reunion movement. Here you go. No, I probably won't. I was trying to. I was thinking maybe there's like a few names that I'll remember or I'll recognize. There's nobody. I guess it makes sense because still we haven't gotten, like, all the other, like, the characters that we know from Reunion. None of them have actually joined them still. Like, we still haven't, like, Patriot is still not here. We barely met Talula barely met Frostnova. Then we do not have, what was their name, Mephisto, and all of them. We still haven't met them. uh, and who else, yeah, no, nobody's like really here in that way. All the characters that we know from Reunion, they still aren't here. So, like, their names won't be here because there's we have still yet to meet them. Talula has still yet to meet them. So I guess that'll happen later. But yeah, the names, I don't recognize any of the names here. Right. Okay, now one thing you will notice in today's episode, like, from the very beginning, Alina, right? Or Alicia. Oh, wait a minute. I'm mixing up her name. What the? I cannot find it now. Anyways, she, from the very beginning, she kind of told Talula that obviously this is going to be very difficult and all that. But as more and more Talula is getting busy, obviously they're not really having enough time to talk and all that. But you can notice that a lot of the times she's keeping like she's like looking at Talula, and I feel like she's realizing that I don't know, like that the more deeper Talula is getting into this, the more difficult it will be to keep your own morality in check. Like, because it is true, like, at the end of the day, the whole revenge thing will start coming in, start seeping in into, obviously, because you can see Talula currently at least do not have any type of um, thoughts like that oh, I want to take revenge against them for them mistreating the like the infected and all of that. That still is not there. For now at least she's like, we will be making a place for the infected where they can come back to. Yeah, we have been subjected to all of these mistreatment and everything. Like, she's not talking about revenge or like, oh, we're going to destroy all of the others and everything, because that's what I'm saying said that is a slippery slope. So she has still not talked about any of that. She's just clearly stating that, yeah, we will make a place where we can stay and we can be like a family, so that they cannot attack us, they cannot harm us. We will be important enough that they cannot turn a blind eye to us, so that we are able to get like a proper recognition from everyone else, and we will be able to live independently, like without the fear of getting hunted down. you know that is the main goal here. And that is all well and good, but the more and more you go deeper into this, the more and more like people you deal with who mistreat infected and everything, the more difficult it becomes to keep your own morality in check, because obviously you will definitely feel mad at the fact that all of these people are treating us like this. So, you know why shouldn't we do the same to them? Like, it's very difficult to keep that morality in check, because if once you start walking that path, it's done. Like, obviously, yeah, like, yeah, I'm sure, like, people, like, like a lot of people will be like, but yeah, they did it to us first. But if you think about it, at the end, if that's how you look at it, it's going to continue like that. They did it to us first, so we're going to do it to them, and then they're going to do it back to us, and then we're going to it's just going to be this. So, like, what Talula here doing is actually very, what's that word, it's very like brave and noble, I guess you could say. That is keeping herself and everyone being like, yeah, we are not going to do anything, any kind of revenge or anything. We're just going to make a place for us where we can stay, we can protect ourselves, we can defend ourselves, and become such a big organization that they won't be able to turn a blind eye to it. That's how we will survive, and we will win this. We're not going to win this by attacking them, we're going to win this by surviving. Like, but it is very difficult. Like I said, it is very, very difficult. That is, I don't know, maybe that is why Alina was like continuously, like, in a lot of these sections you can see the more and more Talula's getting deeper and deeper into the whole, like, thing. Alina's way of looking at her is changing. It is filled with concern. At one point you can see that she's just looking at her and she's like silently just observing her. But she's probably concerned about the fact that, like, yeah, like, everything is okay now, but time will definitely come when Talula might snap because of like how everyone else is treated and all that. So yeah, it's a very difficult thing to maintain your own morality, especially in a situation like this. Like, just imagine like something like a situation like this, where like you and a group of people are continuously being bullied by a few other people, and you decide to be like, all right, let's make a group so that they cannot do anything to us. But at the end of the day, you will need a lot of self control, a lot of like, yeah, self control, I guess you could say, self control, and like mental strength to be able to not attack them back for all that they have done to us, you know because yeah, once you do that, it'll just continue. They'll then attack us back, and you're going to do the same. It's going to continue. The cycle is going to continue. So yeah, so it's something like that. Anyways, we know how this is going to end, which direction this is going to go. We all know, because obviously the current state of reunion, you can see. So yeah, let's see how everything goes wrong, I guess, little by little. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it will definitely have something to do with Alina, that girl. Anyways, that is it. That was my reaction to Arknights Rise from Ember, episode number 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.